Hey everybody, today we're just going to give you a quick overview of what we do here. So here are some of our units. These are customer units that are sitting here, and we're going to show you kind of how we operate, what we do, some of the units, just a quick overview of GroundHog equipment and Hackenberg equipment. We've been in the used equipment business for 15 years. Some of you guys that are watching this probably have done business with us. So here is where we devan ourselves, which is some of the cost savings that we pass on. So the containers come straight to us. We devan right here. The guys, every time a truck pulls in, they're right on it. We get them out, and then we'll devan to here, where two other forklifts will decrate. So they come with just the bodies. So they're stacked, you know, one body on top, one in the bottom. And then we do all the assembly here. Parking area 1 up here with some of our used stuff. And I'm probably gonna get some hate for this one because the building does not look professional, and I understand that, guys, but here's where I'm at with the building. My great-great-great-great-grandfather built this building. We settled the area. It's very hard for me to rip down all of my heritage. I've really reshaped our farm, and I'm kind of contemplating restoring it versus building a new one. And that's the only reason that this guy is just a board and bat and bank barn yet. It has a lot of sentimental value where, you know, people have their initials graved in the building and so forth. But we do still utilize it. Here's some BH70D attachments, and then we're very low on attachments right now. Normally, this is pretty much a solid block of steel, not 3-4 empty racks and barely any buckets. But just to give you some overview, that's where the attachments go. There is parts in this shed. So the parts get racked inside there on the left and on the back wall. And here is our parking area 2. No, parking area 2, parking area 1. I'm sorry, I was going backwards. But this is a bunch of customers' units that are waiting. They have papers on, so these have been inspected. These are just waiting on pickup. And then the ones that are backwards on the edge of the bank are waiting for final inspection. And as you can see, we use our own equipment for our own jobs. You're not going to see a Kubota back there digging. It's a GroundHog. That ditch is 42 inches deep. We actually have another video that we're doing, and we're finishing our third office here. This is, honestly, this is where we started. To give you some overview of the growth here, this is a little 24 by 28 shed. You know, that's where we did our services and our used equipment. And there's our office. And we have 24 by 28 here, and this is where, again, some parts and pieces will get stored to give you some peace of mind. We got starters and alternators and multi-valves and seats, and you actually would probably be impressed at how much is sitting there. And as you can hear behind me, there's constant commotion. We have bins and bins of fittings, bins and bins of the bolts, the banjo bolts, all of the M14, M16, M18. Give you some overview here of what we have. And then this is where these forklifts are, is where we'll actually put all the pieces. So we get about 30,000 pieces when we get a load, depending on the load. And then bay 2 is 80 feet long, and this will hold 28 machines. We're actually putting a throughway in now. This was solely, when we did used equipment, our paint bay, and now we are using this for repairs on machinery that may need touched up, that got damaged in transit. So this is where we have 2 guys that they'll touch up the machines and make sure that they look good when they get to you. That wall is a moving wall. Our wash bay is on the other side of it. That wall will actually go out 42 feet. And then from here, there is area number 3. There's some of the canopies waiting for the machines. Area number 3 is waiting on parts. We don't have much waiting on parts right now, which is wonderful. We do have around the back here another area which is just waiting on customer approval. So he made some changes, or he went with a different machine, and they're in that process. So that gives you a breakdown where we do break everything apart so that we can try to keep a very meticulous schedule and inspection on the machines. We don't just throw them together and throw them out. I'm not saying we never miss a nut or bolt. We absolutely do, and I apologize for that. We are only human, but we do our damnedest to make sure we catch the majority of it. These machines would not be ripped apart to this degree if we were just trying to make a quick buck. I would bet that almost nobody does this, but I don't want to say that. This is one of the BH14G-2s. There's your pump. There's your engine. There's your oil cooler. We've also upgraded the pedals. Consoles, these guys have ISO SAE buttons, which again, something that I don't think many folks have. The triple diverters. So, just wanted to kind of give you a quick overview. These are just waiting to be finished. These guys are getting the extra counterweight, so something else we've started to do is we put 78 pounds of stacked counterweight on there, and then these guys are getting the additional counterweight, which is 90 pounds. And if you've watched my previous videos, you know that I've said about these being a little bit tail light. Those counterweights make all the difference. I can stand in that bucket at full extension, it will not come up. Pretty neat. So just wanted to show you guys a quick overview of who you're buying from, the environment you're buying from. We're between loads today. It was a good day to show you guys around and give you a quick overview. That way, you know, so those of you that don't want to buy from a small company, then I understand. But now at least you get a quick overview showing what's what, where they come from, who does what. There's usually a group of guys in here, up to 14 to 16 guys in that center when we're not between loads, and they keep pretty busy. We appreciate everybody watching. We appreciate everybody's interest. This will be just the last couple minutes here where I'll show you the BH24D still at work. We just did a video here a few minutes ago, and I went video to video just to give you a timeline of how far he's made it. He's almost on that edge, and again, 4 foot deep, so pretty neat. Wanted to show you guys a little bit around here so that the guys that want to buy from a big corporation get that opportunity. The guys that want to buy from the small guy, and you know, saying the small guy, we're up to I think 20 dealers now and growing. We're actually looking at another facility. I have 4 very big buildings. We have 4 700 by 63 buildings. We're thinking about making 2 of those into a factory and doing all the chassis and stuff over here and the booms and doing the CNC welding. So that would be pretty neat if we take that step, which we're looking at 2025, 2026. If we continue to do the numbers we've been doing, probably taking that transition. So we'll keep you guys updated. We appreciate everybody watching. We appreciate your business. And as you can see, we're a family business. We keep it close, and we keep these guys hanging around. We'll talk to you guys later. 570-765-9338. We'll see you.